Hi, my name is Professor Neil Heffernan of the Worcester Polytechnic Institute Computer Science Department. I'm here to actually invite superintendents and school leaders and principals to participate in our study. We've been funded by the U.S. Department of Education to actually do a large-scale randomized control trial to find out if assessments leads to actually improvements as measured by things like state test scores. As such, it's a study design where actually, just like medical trials where we're testing drugs, half of the schools that actually agree to participate won't be able to get it. That is, they won't get it right away. They'll be able to get it 2 years later. So everyone eventually actually gets it, but there's a delay. That's one of the unusual things about this study. But this study actually is also funded so that actually the teachers that are participating can actually be funded during their time outside of school. That includes actually 3 hours, 3 days during the summer to actually get extra training, as well as actually some out-of-school activities that include online webinars and some other activities that they do on their own. And teachers are compensated for that. That will actually make it possible for your teachers to be excited about actually doing the extra work of actually bringing this innovation to your classroom. Your other teachers actually will be able to participate. So the 7th grade teachers are the ones that are funded, but actually those 7th grade teachers will learn how to and will be able to assist other teachers, like your 8th grade teachers, as well as actually your non-math teachers in learning how they could leverage assessments. So you'll start building capacity in your own building and your staff in knowing how to use this tool. So I encourage you to actually, 1, talk to your principals, 2, get those principals to get actually your 7th grade math teachers to be excited about it, because this is a competitive process. We'll be actually funding, we'll be putting into this study the schools and the teachers that look like they have the most skin in the game. We want to find out that actually, we want to actually test this in a situation where actually the teachers that are actually randomly assigned to start using it next year will be in a good position to do so. Encourage your teachers to actually start participating in Phase 1. Phase 1 is when they actually go learn about assessments and try it in their own school. We want them to know what it is they're getting into. And in fact, you of course want to know what they're getting into as well. So they'll be able to give you some feedback on that. So Phase 1 is actually between now and March 15th. Phase 2 is actually just a 2-week process at the end where you formally actually say, yep, we want to do this. Those require actually a letter that requires an application that includes signatures from you, the superintendent, your principals, and all of the teachers that are actually teaching 7th grade next year. What are the things you should worry about this? Well, we do require your 7th grade teachers to participate to actually teach 7th grade 2 years in a row. If your school loops, where you move your 7th grader teachers up to 8th grade and back, don't apply, or decide not to do that. I can't think of any other reason why you should care not to do this, but there's actually that information. You go and decide. We will only be funding about 10% of the schools in the state of Maine, so I anticipate this to be a competitive process. So I encourage you to actually get your teachers to learn as much as possible, and so they're most likely to actually be funded. So that is actually, I'm anticipating maybe something like 50 teachers, 50 schools might apply. We only want to accept 26 this year. We'll accept another 26 next year. But when we say accept, we mean actually of those 26, half of them will be randomized and put in the control group, and they won't be able to use it for 2 years. So that's the big idea. I encourage you to take action. Thank you. Bye.